Hey, guys. I was thinking today. I just had this question in my mind. What could happen? What could happen today?
You have volleyball.
And I could have suckers, right? And I thought that would be a good thing, right? Actually, they're dum-dums. Okay, I'm glad we got that right.
I did dum dum.
And that's just after the first week of school, right? Oh, man. I can see what's coming. I can see. Hey, you guys want to get one? There you go. Yeah, and today you can probably get the flavor you want, right? It can happen. It can happen. All right, yeah. There we go. Riley, last but not least.
I'm just letting everybody pick it for me because there's something.
There we go. Good, good. So I've been thinking, what can happen? Do you know what can happen?
Anything and everything.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, that's true. But I was just thinking, like, if you went to school this week and you got on the bus and you had all your stuff in your backpack and you got to school and you were in your class all morning and it came time for lunch and everybody else was pulling their lunch out of their backpacks and you couldn't find yours. What could happen? What could happen then?
Anything and everything. You couldn't eat lunch.
You couldn't eat lunch, right? That's your first thought.
You could buy one.
But you didn't have. Do you have money?
No, we.
Oh, you don't have money, so you can't buy your lunch.
Our school, all we need is our tag.
That's.
It don't matter if we have money or not.
It doesn't matter in your school if you have money or not.
No, all you need is your tag.
I just need your tag. Well, that's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, not until middle school. You don't need money.
So what if you went and told your teacher and said I forgot my lunch? Then what could happen?
She could say, "Go buy lunch."
She could say, just go buy lunch. Yeah. What else? What if she looked and said, you are not supposed to forget your lunch? And what if your teacher said, I'm going to have to take you to the principal's office? Oh, well, what could happen then? You could go home. They'd send you home. Oh, no. It could. Yeah, and if you got sent home, then what could happen when your mom got there?
She'd just be like, "Why did you get lunch?"
Oh, man, it just would not be nice, right? Wow.
You'll get consequences.
There'd be consequences. Yeah. Good consequences or bad consequences?
Bad.
Bad. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you.
It does extreme.
Your mom does extreme.
Extreme consequences means worse consequences.
Worse consequences. Okay, yeah, I understand.
Consequences.
It can happen, right? It can really happen. And you're thinking about all that. It could happen that way, right?
She will, if I would go.
I'm feeling this is probably far enough. Okay, let's just stop right there. Thank you very much. You answered the question good. Okay, so what can happen? Like I'm just thinking, like, what if you went shopping with your mom to the mall and she's looking for something, and she's in a hurry and you're just standing there and you kind of wander off and you look around and you don't see your mom? What could happen? What could happen, Towns?
You get lost.
You could get lost, yeah.
And you gonna have to find, if no one is in the store,
If nobody, what could happen if no one's in the store?
what can happen if no one's in the store and there's only you inside?
And just you're all alone, right?
You're all alone and you're gonna have to
call the police, and he can.
But you don't have a phone. What could happen then?
You will get. You will. Get.
This is just. You'll get what?
You're gonna make yourself. You're gonna make yourself.
I guess it's bad consequences, right? Oh man, that would be terrible. But then you just kind of thought about that. That's what could happen, right? Oh man.
I would never do that.
You never do that. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you wouldn't. So, but what if you were what if you were playing with a friend who came over to your house outside, and your friend said, let's go down to the playground, and they've got swings and slides, and we can go play on that. And what if you said, okay, and both of you went down there to the playground and was playing? What could happen?
You can fall off of the playground.
You could fall off, right? Yeah. And if you fall off, what could happen?
You can scratch yourself.
Can break something, right? Like you can scrape yourself. Oh, it's horrible.
You're gonna get your help. So you might, if that happens, you might hit yourself on something hard, and then you might die.
Wow, that's just so bad. Really, it could happen, huh? Wow, I was just thinking that. I'm just wondering, how come when I ask you what could happen, you guys are thinking of, you got horrible things you're coming up with ideas, right? Like
Master,
breaking some.
I got a question.
Okay.
So I gotta tell you something. So what I did, right?
Well, wait. Let me. Can I finish here just a second? And we can talk about that in a few minutes. All right? Okay. So did you ever notice how sometimes when we get a little scared or we think we're in trouble, what's the first thing we start thinking could happen? I get in trouble, something bad's going to happen, or I'm going to be lost and I'll be in trouble. Boy, that's terrible, isn't it? Well, what if we thought about something good that could happen when we forget our lunch at school? What could happen? You could go tell your teacher and say, I'm so sorry, I forgot my lunch and I just don't know what to do. And you know what could happen? The teacher says, I always bring an extra lunch for someone who forgets theirs. And maybe she has some snacks and things that she would give you. Wouldn't that be great? That could happen, right? Yeah. Well, what if the teacher said, you really forgot and you're not supposed to forget that? What if the teacher said, don't worry, we all forget things, but we learn to remember, and she gives you a big hug? That could happen, right? Why don't we could think that way, right? And what about if you got lost in the store and you didn't know where to go and what to do and you were kind of scared? What could happen?
Or if it will be more scarier if it's dark.
If it's dark in the store, that's even worse. But what about if you see someone who works in the store and you could just run up to them and say, I lost my, I don't know where my mom is and I got lost. Can you help me? And he says, no problem. We'll go find your mom. I'll stay with you until we find your. That could happen, right? That's a good thing that could happen. Well, what about if you on?
What if there's no one and there's no workers that like the store?
But what if there is? There could be, right? It could happen, right? So the best thing to do is when it happens, rather than thinking really bad, you can think, I'm going to find somebody to help me because, you know what? I think Jesus puts people around us to help us out in those situations, right? Yeah. That could happen, right? I think so. Yeah, you're right. You got it right there. And so what if you're on the playground and your friend gets hurt? What could happen?
You gotta go help her.
You could help them, right? And maybe you could run back home real quick and say, you know, my friend needs some help. He hurt himself. And your mom says, let's go help him. Or you can call, or you can,
Or there's just somebody.
or there's somebody else in the park that could dial 911 and get some help out there, right? That could happen, and that would be good, right? Listen, we always have a chance when we ask ourselves what could happen. We shouldn't really think about the worst always, but we should think about how Jesus is going to help us in a good way, right? So remember when you are afraid and you're scared and you don't know what to do, don't think about what could happen that would be so bad, because we have Jesus who's with us, and he's going to take care of us and provide other people to help us. So go get some help and think about what could happen that is really great. What do you think? All right. I'm glad you guys came up, and you guys have a good time in Children's Church.